May we request everyone to rise for the national anthem. Offering our collective salutations to Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba and paying our respects to Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai, we welcome you all to the 8th edition of the Shri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence, presented by the Shri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence on the occasion of the 99th birth anniversary celebrations of Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. We take this opportunity to welcome our dignitaries seated on the dais. Our chief guest, Shri A. Balasubramanian, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC Limited. Shri T.B. Jayachandra, Member of the Karnataka Legislative Assembly. Dr. C. Srinivas, Chairman of the Shri Sathya Sai Health and Education Trust. Shri B.N. Narasimhamurthy, Chancellor of the Shri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. And our most beloved Sadguru, Shri Madhusudan Sai, founder of the Shri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence and the visionary behind the Shri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence. We also warmly welcome members of the jury who have joined us today. Our heartfelt gratitude to our knowledge partner, Deloitte. We would also like to express our deep gratitude to our patron, Aditya Birla Group, Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC Limited, and Aditya Birla Capital for their unwavering support towards the Shri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence over the years, which reflects a shared ethos of empowering those who serve society selflessly. We will commence the proceedings this morning with a Vedic invocation by the boys pursuing the Vedic Studies program, who will chant the Medha Siddhyartha mantra from the Taittiriya Upanishad.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Yaschandasam Rishabho Vishwarupaha Chandobhyo Dhyamritaat Sambhabhuva Samendro Medhaya Aspranotu Amritasya Devadharano Bhuyasam Shariram me vicharshanam Jihva me madhumattama Karna abhyam bhuri vishruvam Brahmanah koshosi medhaya pihitaha श्रुतं मे गोपाय आवहन्ते वितन्वाना कुर्वाणा चिरमात्मनः वासागंसि मम गावश्च अन्नपाने च सर्वदा ततो मे श्रियमावह लोमशां पशुभिः सह स्वाहा आमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा विमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा प्रमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा दमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा शमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा यशोजने सानि स्वाहा श्रेयान्वस्य सोऽसानि स्वाहा तन्त्वा भगप्रविशानि स्वाहा समा भगप्रविश स्वाहा तस्मिन् सहस्रशाखे निभगाहन्त्वयि मृजे स्वाहा यथापः प्रवतायन्ति यथा मासा अहर्जरम् एवं मां ब्रह्मचारिणः धातरायन्तु सर्वतः स्वाहा प्रतिवेशोऽसि प्रमाभाहि प्रमापद्यस्व ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु।
We would now like to invite our Chancellor of the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, Shri B.N. Narasimhamurthy ji, to deliver the introductory remarks.
With prayers at the lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, I offer loving pranams at the feet of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Very dear brother Dr. Srinivas, Sri Balasubramaniam, and our benefactor of the university, Sri T.B. Jayachandraji, eminent members of the jury, celebrated awardees of the Human Excellence Award, brothers and sisters, very dear students, boys and girls. As I woke up this morning, remembering that today is the blessed day of the 99th birthday of our most beloved Bhagavan, two questions arose in my mind. What is the essence of the life and mission of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba? The second question, what is the greatest gift that he has left behind to the contemporary world, which is haunted by conflict, violence, and despair? As I was trying to gather the answers to the two questions, I also remembered four questions asked by the celebrated Chinese philosopher Lao Tse more than 2,000 years ago. He asked these four questions, which are most important for all human beings. What is sacred in life? What is Tao? the cosmic spirit made of? What is worth living for? What is worth dying for? These are the 4 questions he posed. And he answered the question himself. Answer to all the 4 questions is one and the only one. The answer is selfless love, which expresses itself as empathy and compassion. What is sacred in life for human beings is selfless love. What is the cosmic spirit or God made of? The answer is selfless love. What is worth living for is selfless love. What is worth dying for is selfless love. It was not a surprise that the answer to the 2 questions I got in the morning was also same. Selfless love is the essence of the life of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Selfless love is the greatest gift that he has left behind for the contemporary world. But among the audience here and anywhere in the world, we have a lot of young people, young boys and girls who had no opportunity to have darshan of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. They did not have and they do not have. As I look at the audience, among the audience, I see many of our elderly brothers and sisters who are blessed to be blessed by Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba with his abundant blessings. Therefore, the young people will today ask the question, you said selfless love is the essence of the life and mission of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. You said that the greatest gift he has left behind is also selfless love. It is too abstract for us. Give us a concrete example. I would like to tell all our boys and girls sitting here, the answer is in concrete form right in front of you, Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. If today selfless love walks on 2 feet like Bhagavan Baba walked, it is Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. That is the answer. And he instituted these awards, Sri Sathya Sai Awards for Human Excellence, through our university, Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, 8 years ago, with the intention of celebrating on his birthday the lives of those who live this message of selfless love in their lives. This is the 8th edition of the awards ceremony, and we are very grateful to our patrons supporting this program, the Aditya Birla Group, today represented by our dear brother Balasubramaniam, and also the Delight Group and the eminent members of the jury. And today we have amidst us 6 out of the 7 awardees physically present who have lived the message of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba to the brim, to the hilt. And these are legends. These are legends. A university which proclaims to cultivate human excellence in its students and which has been fairly successful till now in the last few years. We want to show you examples of human excellence. These are the examples of human excellence. They have dedicated themselves completely to the cause of serving humanity throughout their lives. And each of their lives is very, very inspirational. If you study about them, each of them is an inspirational figure, and they might not have had darshan of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, but they have lived the message of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, and therefore we venerate them. We offer our respect to them, and it is time that we recognize them. And I am sure that all of you are eager to see each and every one of them. And now this is the time when they will come up on the stage and receive the awards. Once again, with prayers at the feet of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba to salvage the struggling mankind which is facing an existential crisis today, and with our deep regards and gratitude to Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai for leading the mission of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba in the right direction in a very glorious way, I conclude my introductory remarks. Thank you very much. Jai Sai Ram.
Like our Chancellor just mentioned, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba always stood for the twin ideals of love and service, and his love for humanity translated as service through numerous service projects in healthcare, educare, and social care. Today, as we observe the 99th birth anniversary of our Master, there is no better way to offer our gratitude than to follow in his footsteps. The Sri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence recognizes, honors, and celebrates the yeoman service rendered by remarkable individuals in various areas. This year's theme, The Legends, pays tribute to individuals who have devoted their lives to creating a lasting impact on society. It celebrates those whose wisdom, experience, and unwavering commitment have shaped communities, nurtured human values, and inspired generations. Our scriptures say that the purpose of human life is to be of service to others, and today we honor these men and women who embody the timeless ideals of selfless service and sacrifice, leaving an indelible mark in their fields of work and the lives they touch. We will now have a video on the genesis and development of the award. May we have the video, please?
Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, revered globally as a humanitarian, a philanthropist to agnostics, and followed as a spiritual guru by millions, taught that the very purpose of life is to love all and serve all. This timeless teaching transcends barriers of faith and ideology, inspiring countless individuals across the world. Baba's life was a testament to these values, as millions witnessed his boundless acts of love and compassion through initiatives such as free educational institutions, state-of-the-art healthcare facilities, transformative drinking water projects, rural development programs, and dedicated service organizations, all offered entirely free of charge.
In order to exemplify this lofty message of Baba that considered selfless service as the epitome of human living, Sri Madhusudan Sai, a devoted disciple, has followed in his footsteps. He has established institutes of excellence in nutrition, education, and healthcare, offering their transformative services free of charge to all.
Baba says, excellence stems from selflessness. To celebrate this value of excellence that manifests from an innate urge to better the lives of others, Sri Madhusudan Sai instituted the Sri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence in the year 2016.
The award is presented by the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence in 7 categories: education, health, environment, women and child welfare, unity of religions, music and fine arts, and yoga and sports.
This year's theme, The Legends, celebrates the giants and luminaries who have risen above all odds. With unwavering commitment, boundless dedication, and a deep sense of purpose, they have transcended limitations, radiating the true beauty of the human spirit. Their transformative journeys have not only touched but profoundly impacted countless lives, standing as living proof that individual transformation holds the power to ignite societal change.
Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC Limited, one of the SARs of Indian corporate industries, who has over several decades been conducting business with a human touch, is the patron of the Sri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence. Deloitte has been graciously guiding the process as the knowledge partners for the award.
The recipients of the Sri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence are selected by an eminent panel of jurors, each of whom is a recognized leader and respected personality in their respective field. Our eminent jury members are Education, Professor J.S. Rajput, former Director of the National Council of Educational Research and Training, known for his contribution in the field of teaching and preparing quality teaching materials.
Dr. Gururaj Karajagi, the founder chairman of the Academy for Creative Teaching, who has also been instrumental in building over 105 schools all over the world.
Dr. J. Shashidhara Prasad, former Vice Chancellor of the University of Mysore and the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, who is also a research scholar who has innumerable publications to his credit.
Health, Dr. Anita Saxena, Vice Chancellor of Pandit Bhagavat Dayal Sharma University of Health Sciences at Rohtak, Haryana, who is known for her significant contribution to the scientific literature of pediatric cardiac care.
Dr. Shiv Kumar Sarin, an astute clinician, a liver specialist, a frontline researcher, a gifted teacher, and a public health champion, who currently serves as the Chancellor of the Institute of Liver and Biliary Sciences.
Environment, Dr. Ajay Mathur, Director General of the International Solar Alliance and a leading climate change negotiator, who has been serving as a member of the Indian Prime Minister's Council on Climate Change and co-chairing the Global Energy Transitions Commission.
Mr. Ravi Singh, Secretary General and Chief Executive Officer of Worldwide Fund for Nature, India, who contributes to conserving biodiversity.
Ms. Donna L. Goodman, founder of Earth Child Institute, an international not-for-profit organization working in more than a dozen countries, serving with special consultative status to the United Nations Economic and Social Committee.
Women and Child Welfare, Dr. Sajida Begum, founder of Asra Women and Child Welfare Trust, which helps destitute women and children from marginalized societies.
Ms. Gayatri B. Kalia, a public policy and service delivery architect with over 25 years of leadership experience spanning state and central governments, as well as multilateral bodies and NGOs. She is currently serving an evangelist for community mediation and Nari Adalats.
Unity of Religions, Ms. Gulsha Begum, a mystic, a clairvoyant, and a healer. She is the director of the annual International Sufi Festival at Ajmer and Delhi and chairperson of the Divine Abode Foundation, Kamaluddin Charitable Trust, and Al-Ikhlas Museum and Gallery.
Professor Samuel K. Samuel, the bursar and director of academics of Christ Church Vidyapeeth at Kodukulanji, Kerala, who has been associated with education for over 37 years.
Swami Nikhileshwarananda, the head of Rajkot Center of Ramakrishna Mutt, who was responsible for starting the Vivekananda Institute of Value Education and Culture.
Dr. Hafizur Rahman, convener of Khusro Foundation and founder-president of Sufi Peace Foundation. He is a renowned Persian and Islamic scholar, prolific orator, and talented writer who actively promotes interfaith harmony.
Swami Mitrananda, a direct disciple of His Holiness Swami Chinmayananda, he is the founder of the Chinmaya Academy of Management and Civil Services and the mentor of the Chinmaya Mission in Chennai.
Music and Fine Arts. Dr. Padma Subramaniam, an outstanding dancer and choreographer who is the president of Nrityodaya, an institution in Chennai dedicated to the study of Natya Shastra, and also the managing trustee of Bharata Ilango Foundation for Asian Culture, BIFAC.
Ustad Amjad Ali Khan, an undisputed master of the music world who is credited with reinventing the technique of playing the sarod.
Dr. Sudha Raghunathan. With a distinctly stunning vocal style, she combines musical talent with intellectual acumen, rising to be one of the brightest stars of Carnatic music in India.
Mrs. Tanushri Shankar, a choreographer of immense talent and great dedication, she has significantly impacted the world of dance through her ability to connect with global audiences through her outstanding choreography.
Yoga and Sports. Dr. Sunil Gavaskar. The Little Master, as he is widely known as, is one of the greatest opening batsmen of India in all times to come. He still continues his association with the game as a commentator.
Mr. Somdev Kishore Devarman, former professional Indian tennis player. He is renowned for being the only collegiate player to have made 3 consecutive finals at the National Collegiate Athletic Association. He is a passionate coach who works to harness the sportive skills in children.
The 8th edition of the Sri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence will be recognizing the legends, not just to add another feather to their already embellished hat, but to pay tribute to their value of excellence, which has left indelible marks on the sands of time for the future generation to follow suit.
We will now commence the much anticipated awards ceremony to honor these remarkable individuals who have dedicated their lives to creating a positive impact in the society. The first category of the award is education, and the award goes to Mr. Harikiran Vadlamani, whose dedication to cultural preservation and advocacy is making a profound impact on the cultural landscape of India and beyond, ensuring that the wisdom of the past continues to guide and inspire future generations. We will now have a short video on Mr. Vadlamani.
Education. Mr. Harikiran Vadlamani. Culture is the soul of a civilization, and there are individuals who dedicate their lives to preserving it for future generations. Harikiran Vadlamani is one such individual, an entrepreneur, social activist, and cultural advocate who is redefining the preservation of Indian heritage. A former chartered accountant and successful investor, Hari took a bold step in 2015, transitioning to social entrepreneurship. He founded Indica to promote the Indian knowledge systems and preservation of culture. He has supported countless artists, scholars, and intellectuals to thrive and contribute to the rich Indian culture. Hari also founded NICE, the network of Indian cultural enterprises, to create a global ecosystem for Indian cultural businesses. NICE empowers entrepreneurs to integrate cultural heritage into sustainable business models. Hari's initiatives encourage cultural dialogue, entrepreneurship, and knowledge sharing, creating a global community that values traditional wisdom and contemporary relevance. Celebrating Harikiran Vadlamani, a champion for cultural education and advocacy.
May we kindly request Mr. Vadlamani to come and receive the award from Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. His citation reads, "This award is in recognition of his contributions to promote Indic wisdom and working towards making India a global soft power through its art and culture. His commitment to invest in Indian knowledge systems and cultural heritage through his non-profit organizations has transformed public intellectuals, thinkers, entrepreneurs, leaders, and seekers." May we kindly request Mr. Vadlamani to share a few words with all of us.
Sashtanga pranams to Sadhguru, dignitaries on and off the dais. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. వస్తావట్టిదే పోతావట్టిదే ఆశయందుకంట చేసిన ధర్మము చెడని పదార్థము చేరును నీ వెంట. దిస్ ఈస్ ఏ తత్వం, a philosophical song in Telugu, which basically says, you come alone and you go alone. What you take with you is your dharma, is the dharma, is the actions that you have produced during your lifetime. There is a book called Die Empty. This title fascinated me. I had a couple of successful exits in my business, and I was blessed with intent and the ability and resources. So in 2015, I decided that I want to die empty. What do I mean by that? The last action is that there should be zero balance in my bank account. This was the driver that I decided on. That is how Indic Academy was set up in 2015. And our mission is, we are an institute for Indian knowledge systems, and our mission is the well-being of every being. We believe Indian knowledge systems is useful for humanity for health, happiness, and harmony. Sadhguru, I have seen your video on reviving educational legacy of India. You have beautifully articulated who is an acharya, who is a guru. We at Indica are also trying to do this. We believe in the Guru Sishya Parampara. You are a manifestation of that, personification of that. The lineage of Bhagwan you are taking forward. We are planning to set up a Mahagurukulam on the lines of Takshashila, wherein multidisciplinary Gurukulam in the same campus. A Gurukulam for Vedas, Gurukulam for Vedanta, for Shastras, for Ayurveda, for Yoga, for Kalaripattu. So all arts, everything in one campus. Small Gurukulam, 30 students with a Guru, an Acharya, and we create a Vedic village. This is our vision we want to create in Hyderabad. However, as an entrepreneur, I also face challenges and ups and downs because it's a mammoth task. And I have a lot of entrepreneurial friends who have creating billion-dollar startups. And whenever I meet my friends, they say, oh, I've got a term sheet for $1 billion. Today, Sadhguru, with your award, with your recognition of the work that Indica is doing, you have given us a term sheet for $1 billion. Thank you so much. The tailwind, runners have what is known as a second wind. What your award and recognition has given us is a renewed enthusiasm and a spirit to fulfill our vision. I'm very grateful to our Indica family. I'm a mere conductor. The Indica family organizes itself with their energy, and I dedicate this award to the Indica family. I also want to dedicate this award to my brother Ravi, who is an inspiration. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next, we have the category of health, and the award goes to Dr. Rani Bang and Dr. Abhay Bang for their innovative healthcare solutions and pioneering work reshaping health policies worldwide. We will now have a short video on both of them.
Health, Dr. Abhay Bang and Dr. Rani Bang. In the remote corners of Maharashtra, a quiet healthcare revolution is taking place. In the tribal villages of Gadchiroli, two remarkable individuals are reshaping rural healthcare. Meet Dr. Abhay Bang and Dr. Rani Bang, public health pioneers who chose to serve Gadchiroli after excelling at Johns Hopkins University. In 1985, they founded Search, creating Shodgram as a center for rural health research and care. Their home-based neonatal care, HBNC model, trained village health workers, reducing Gadchiroli's infant mortality rate dramatically and inspiring India's ASHA program, which has reached over 800,000 villages and been replicated in more than 10 countries. The home-based neonatal care model is celebrated globally, proving that community-driven healthcare can thrive even in resource-poor settings. Dr. Rani Bang revolutionized women's healthcare, uncovering undiagnosed gynecological issues and influencing global health policies. Their work ensured rural women's voices were heard and their dignity respected. The Bangs also took a bold stand against alcohol abuse, pushing for a historic alcohol ban in Gadchiroli and inspiring similar movements. Through the Nirman initiative, Dr. Abhay Bang and Dr. Rani Bang continue to inspire the next generation of leaders to address the challenges facing rural India. Their legacy lies in national programs, global healthcare policies, and the hope they have instilled, proving that true service is grassroots change. Celebrating Dr. Abhay Bang and Dr. Rani Bang, visionaries of rural healthcare.
May we now request Dr. Abhay Bang to come and receive the award from Dr. C. Srinivas and to share a few words thereafter. Unfortunately, Dr. Rani is unable to be with us here today. We heartily congratulate her and wish her the very best. An excerpt from their citation reads, "This award is in recognition of the pioneering work in women's healthcare to uncover the silent suffering of rural women and Dr. Abhay's visionary leadership in revolutionizing rural healthcare through the home-based neonatal care model." We request Dr. Bang to share a few words with us.
Respected Shri Madhusudan Sai ji and other honorable dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and friends. I am especially encouraged by a large number of women sitting, nearly half of the hall. First, let me thank for bestowing this award honor on us. And though it is both for me and Rani, my wife, we have been, since the medical college days, we were classmates. And throughout 40 years, we have been working together. But today, for this function, she could not come because of some health inability. So I accept this honor not only on behalf of two of us, but actually, when you honor us, you honor our organization. No individual performs singularly. Our organization has nearly 250 colleagues of ours spread out in 1,600 villages, through whom we are able to provide health care to the people of Gadchiroli and do research. And so this award goes not only to our 250 workers, but also to 1 million people of Gadchiroli who have been partner in this search for health. I was very fortunate to have grown up in Mahatma Gandhi's Sevagram Ashram, walked with Vinoba Bhave holding his hand in Bhudan Padayatra. So it's no credit to me actually, it is credit to that environment. I grew up in an environment where everybody was a freedom fighter. My father was a freedom fighter. And so at the age of 13, having seen the rural health problems in India, in villages, without realizing what I was deciding, I decided that I shall improve health care of rural India. At the age of 13, what do you understand? But as if I made a tryst with destiny, and fortunately, things turned out so that I could have advanced medical education in India, abroad, and Rani and I chose Gadchiroli as the most backward, remote, tribal and Naxalite affected district for providing health care. Apart from providing health care, what we have done little different is empowering people to take care of their own health. Our model of health care, we would like to describe as Arogya Swaraj, where people are not dependent on doctors. People should not be dependent on hospitals. But people should have their own power to take care of their own health. So we train people in villages to become community health workers and take care of their own village health, from which this home-based newborn care model emerged. We very rigorously tested it, and so it was internationally acclaimed, and that's why Government of India adopted it, and it reached last year 1.5 crore rural neonates in India received home-based newborn care. Today, I'm very happy that I am here. I especially appreciate this message, love all, serve all. If love doesn't serve, it's merely Hindi film romance. It has to inspire action in you. If you love people, you ought to serve them. And so this message is wonderful. Love all, serve all. This message unites people of Gadchiroli to this excellent institution and to the people all over the world. So thank you again, sir. Thank you very much.
Next is the category of environment, and the award goes to Mr. Jadav Payeng for his unwavering commitment and dedication to environmental preservation and protection. We will now have a short video on Mr. Payeng.
Environment. Mr. Jadav Payeng. A barren land transformed into a thriving forest. It is a testament to the power of one person's dedication. Meet Jadav Payeng, the forest man of India. For over 40 years, he has tirelessly nurtured desolation in a sanctuary of life and hope. In 1979, Payeng took action after seeing snakes die on a barren sandbar. He started with bamboo, planting tree by tree until the land came alive. Today, the Molai forest spans 1,300 acres, a safe haven for Bengal tigers, rhinos, and elephants. Payeng's work went unnoticed until 2007, when a photojournalist brought the story to light. Since then, he has earned the Padma Shri and global recognition for his contributions to environmental conservation. Payeng's methods combat soil erosion and climate change, inspiring countless people to reconnect with nature. Jadav Payeng continues to tend to his forest and expand his work, showing us that harmony between humans and nature is possible. Celebrating Jadav Payeng, the forest man of India.
May we now request Mr. Jadav Payeng to come forward to accept the award from Shri T.B. Jayachandra ji. The citation reads, "This award is in recognition of his unwavering dedication to transforming a barren sandbar into the flourishing 1,300 Molai forest, creating a thriving ecosystem for diverse wildlife and inspiring environmental stewardship across the globe. His work exemplifies the power of individual action in preserving nature and to share his thoughts with us." We request Mr. Paing to share a few words with us.
नमस्कार। मैं आज जो आया था, जितने भी है आप लोग का आशीर्वाद है। मैं जो फॉरेस्ट बनाया 30 इयर्स में 1300 एकड़ ये सैंडबार में मैं ग्रीन करा है। आजकल हुए राइनो, एलिफेंट, रॉयल बंगाल टाइगर, इंडिया के 80% बर्ड इधर ही मिला है। आज मैं ये सोचा, सूरज ने देश से, सुषमा ने देश से दिखाया, कोई देश ने प्रकृति को प्यार करने का एजुकेशन सिस्टम नहीं है। इसके बारे में क्लाइमेट चेंज, इसके बारे में कोविड-19 आ गया। पिताजी डाइट होने से भी सुनने वाला नहीं, माताजी डाइट होने से भी सुनने वाला नहीं। ये क्या करना है? मैं यही सोचा है, ग्रीन इंडिया करने, ग्रीन वर्ल्ड करने, हम लोग कुछ नहीं करने पड़ेगा। प्रकृति को प्यार करना जब सीखेगा तब ऑल ओवर वर्ल्ड ग्रीन हो जाएगा, नहीं तो नहीं होगा। धन्यवाद।
The next category is of women and child welfare, and the award goes to Mr. Arunachalam Muruganandam for his determined efforts towards promoting the dignity and empowerment of women. We will now have a short video on Mr. Arunachalam Muruganandam.
Women and Child Welfare, Mr. Arunachalam Muruganandam. In a country where menstruation is shrouded in stigma, one man chose to break the silence and fight for women's dignity in rural India. Meet Arunachalam Muruganandam, known as Padman, a social entrepreneur from Tamil Nadu. His journey began in 1998 when he discovered that his wife Shanti used rags during her menstrual cycle because sanitary pads were too expensive. Shocked by this, he sought a solution. His revolutionary idea, a low-cost sanitary pad-making machine, empowered women to create their own pads affordably. Despite rejection, even from his family, Muruganandam persevered, going to extraordinary lengths to understand the problem. After years of trials, he succeeded creating a machine costing just 65,000 rupees compared to the imported ones priced at 35 million rupees. Today, his machines operate across 23 states in India, enabling women's groups to produce affordable sanitary pads. Recognized globally, he was named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in 2014 and received the Padma Shri in 2016. Arunachalam Muruganandam's journey proves that one person's determination can spark a revolution, bringing dignity and opportunity to rural women. Celebrating Arunachalam Muruganandam, the man who gave dignity to millions of women.
Unfortunately, due to a sudden health setback yesterday, Mr. Muruganandam couldn't travel to be with us this morning. We pray to the Almighty for his speedy recovery. An excerpt from the citation reads, "This award is in recognition of revolutionizing menstrual health through his low-cost pad-making machine, thereby empowering rural women with livelihood and dignity. His tireless efforts broke taboos and transformed lives, earning him global recognition as a true change-maker in women's health and empowerment." Next, we have the category of Unity of Religions, and the award goes to Mr. Karingamanu Kuriyil Muhammad, who has demonstrated immense dedication to unearthing India's past to preserve it for future generations and serve as a reminder of the unifying power of cultural history. We will now have a short video on Mr. Muhammad.
Unity of Religions, Mr. K.K. Muhammad. India is a land of timeless heritage. Our past speaks to us through its ancient monuments, temples, and forgotten stories. And K.K. Muhammad has dedicated his life to preserving these treasures. Karingamannu Kuyil Muhammad is a name synonymous with archaeology in India. From excavation of the Babri Masjid site revealing the remains of an ancient temple to the discovery of the Ibadat Khana at Fatehpur Sikri, along with the Buddhist stupa in Bihar, Muhammad has been at the forefront of unveiling India's hidden past. His work is all about preserving the cultural fabric of India. His efforts in restoring the Bateshwar temples, engaging with dacoits to ensure heritage protection, speak of his extraordinary courage and diplomacy. K.K. Muhammad's vision extended beyond discovering artifacts. He wanted every Indian to feel a connection to their heritage, and his idea of the replica museum has inspired future generations to cherish their roots. Celebrating K.K. Muhammad, a guardian of India's heritage across religions.
May we now request Mr. Muhammad to come and accept the award from Shri A. Balasubramanian. The citation reads, "This award is in recognition of his passion to preserve India's cultural heritage by uncovering its ancient treasures and restoring its historical monuments. His ingenuity in archaeology and his vision to connect every Indian to their roots embody the true essence of the unity of religions." We request Mr. Muhammad to share his thoughts with all of us.
Most distinguished guests on the dais and off the dais. It is indeed a very pleasant personal pleasure and privilege for me to receive this award, this prestigious award, from the hands of and in the distinguished presence of Sadhguruji, who has given a new direction and dimension of the message which was initiated by our great Sri Sathya Sai Baba of Puttaparthi. I am basically an archaeologist. An archaeologist, of course, he goes back to in time machine and discovers the past history of the mankind. And my first experience in the excavation was at Ayodhya, which was a controversial site at that time. And the findings and the discoveries which we have made at that time under the legendary archaeologist, Professor B.B. Lal, it was in a way, it played a very important role in solving one of the most vexatious problems from which the country was suffering for the last 500 years. And that was the judgment of the Babari Ayodhya issue. I had the privilege of excavating Ibadat Khana, the hall of interreligious discussion where Akbar the Great had promulgated a new religion known as Deen-e-Ilahi. And also a small Christian chapel which Akbar had made for the worship of the Christian fathers who had come from Italy and Spain. Yesterday, our Sadhguruji was fondly discussing about the meeting of Swami Haridas Ji, also Haridas Ji, Akbar and Tansen. And in this one, Bateshwar is in Chambal Valley, which was occupied, which was infested with dreaded dacoits. There I had the privilege of reconstructing 80 temples from the ruins of the things which were falling down. It was infested with dacoits, so I had to make certain adjustment and certain understanding with them. And they all agreed with us, and finally they played a very crucial role in reconstructing it. And presently, that kind of the work is now being undertaken by Infosys. They have given a very good donations. And even day before yesterday, I was speaking to Mrs. Sudha Narayan Murthy, who was again instrumental. So whenever I do all these kinds of work, similarly, I had worked in Nalanda also and excavated a new stupa, which was, completely forgotten. So whenever I do all this work, the main motto behind my mind is, Muslims, when they came as invaders to India, they had destroyed a number of temples. And I recognize it as a student of history, but the present day Muslims are not responsible for that work, for this violence which earlier Muslims had done. And today we have to give a healing touch. And I do my prayaschitta for the violence which was committed my earlier people. We all, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, all of them should work together to create a united India. And that is the message of our Sadhguruji also. And that is the message of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba also. I am Nija Paro Vediganana. I am Nija Paro Vediganana Laguchedasam. Udara Charidam Ta Vasudeva Kudumbakam. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
The next category is Music and Fine Arts, and the award goes to Mrs. Anjali Ella Menon, who has inspired generations of artists to push the boundaries of expression and explore the beauty of visual storytelling. We will now have a short video on Mrs. Menon.
Music and Fine Arts, Mrs. Anjali Ella Menon. Art transcends time, culture and emotion. Anjali Ella Menon, one of India's most celebrated painters, has spent decades mastering this power, her canvases capturing the depth of the human experience in a universal language. From Miranda House to the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris, Anjali's artistic journey reflects her pursuit of perfection. Influenced by styles ranging from medieval icons to cubist abstractions, her work is uniquely her own. Her art has graced prestigious galleries worldwide, with over 50 solo exhibitions showcasing stories of resilience, beauty, and the human spirit. Honored with awards like the Padma Shri and Kalidas Samman, Anjali's profound influence on Indian contemporary art continues to inspire generations. Celebrating Anjali Ella Menon, a visionary of Indian art.
May we now request Mrs. Anjali Ella Menon to come and accept the award from Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. The citation reads, "This award is in recognition of her unparalleled contribution to Indian contemporary art to blend timeless traditions with modern expressions. Through her evocative canvases, she has captured the essence of human emotions leaving an indelible mark on the art world that will inspire generations. May we please request Mrs. Menon to share a few words with all of us.
Dignitaries on the stage, thank you so much for having me here. I've come a long way from Delhi for this prestigious award function. I have been painting for 62 years now. And I have tried over the years to follow Karma Yoga. And Karma Yoga, as you all know very well, has its own rules. One of the main rules of Karma Yoga is that you enjoy what you're doing, you do it wholeheartedly, whether it is painting every day. Even today I paint every day of my life. And not expect the fruits of that work, not be attached to the fruits of that work. And so, when I sold my first painting for 100 rupees when I was 15 years old, I sold it to Dr. Zakir Hussain, the Vice President of India. It was a painting of boats. And soon after that, I felt that it was not necessary to get money from what you were doing. I just loved to paint, and I was painting all the time. But soon I was engaged by a gallery, and I found that these paintings were sold for a lot of money. And I decided then that this was not fair. This was from somewhere this bounty came. And I realized that I would like to share this with the underprivileged. So even today, a large percentage of my work goes to helping those who don't have the privilege that everyone has. And this university is famous for educating for free hundreds of lucky individuals who may not have had an education before. So it is a very great honor for me to accept this award from Sathya Sai University on this day. And I thank you all very much for being here and watching this wonderful function. Thank you.
The final category is Yoga and Sports, and the award goes to Dr. Deepa Malik, a remarkable Indian para-athlete whose journey of resilience, leadership, and service is an inspiring example of how courage and determination can overcome any challenge. We will now have a short video on Dr. Malik.
Yoga and Sports, Dr. Deepa Malik. In the world of sports, Dr. Deepa Malik is a name synonymous with triumph and breaking barriers. Padma Shri, Khel Ratna, Arjuna Awardee, and India's first female Paralympic medalist, Dr. Deepa Malik, earned a silver in shot put in the 2016 Rio Paralympics. Braving chest below paralysis for over 25 years, she faced challenges since childhood. Despite being diagnosed with a spinal tumor at 5 and paralyzed at 29, Dr. Deepa treated life with optimism and chose the path of determination and sportsmanship. She became India's first paraplegic woman biker, swimmer, rallyist, and earned 4 Limca world records in adventure sports. She has won 68 national and state medals, 23 international medals, and 5 President of India awards. In 2020, as President of the Paralympic Committee of India, She led Team India to its highest ever medal tally at the Tokyo Paralympics and the Asian Para Games 2023. She has also earned a special rally license and participated in events like the Raid de Himalaya by driving across the world's highest motorable roads. Through the Wheeling Happiness Foundation, Dr. Deepa empowers people with disabilities, transforming over 10,000 lives with the motto, Ability Beyond Disability. Celebrating Dr. Deepa Malik, a symbol of courage, leadership and perseverance.
May we now request Dr. Deepa Malik to come and receive the award from Shri B.N. Narsamurthy ji. The citation reads, "This award is in recognition of a resolute will that inspired resilience in life and excellence in sports by stretching beyond disabilities and reaching the fullest ability." We now request Dr. Malik to share her thoughts with all of us.
Namaskar, Param Adaniya Sadhguru Ji, eminent members of Aditya Birla, Deloitte, the Knowledge Partners, eminent people present in this hall today, I express my heartfelt gratitude, my greetings. As a child, I got paralyzed when I was barely 4 years old. The deterioration took place. It took my parents' selfless love and their hard work to take me to recovery after a major surgery, and it took about 5 years. And we thought that disability was a thing of past in my life. Till I got married and had my daughter, who at 14 months met with an accident. She had a head injury, and the left of her body got paralyzed. And I asked myself, why me, why again? As a child, I suffered, and I see my child suffering now. But once again, my first gurus, my parents, stood by me, and they encouraged me towards selfless service to my child, and I worked very hard for her recovery. But in the 99th year of 19th century, that was the year of 1999, my tumors came back, and this time the doctors told me that I'll be living hereafter, if at all I'm alive, with chest below paralysis, with no bladder, no bowel, no sensation below the chest in the body. A year which was by the number 99 was looked upon as a year of curse, devastation, sadness. But my father said something to me in that year and that time, that Deepa, you're the chosen one. Your name is synonymous to a lamp, and it is always better to light a lamp than to curse the darkness. And at that year, when I heard my father say that I was the chosen one, I felt, who chooses somebody to get paralyzed? But then, slowly, steadily, I understood what his words meant. And sports became my source of energy, my medium of change, not just for myself, creating a new identity, but it gave me a purpose, a motivation to be that role model, not only for my daughter, who was struggling with her own disability. And today we are the only mother-daughter duo who have played internationally and won medals together in para sports. And taking this We started the day with national anthem. I cannot stand when the national anthem is played. But every time I won a medal for my country, the national flag went up and 140 crore Indians stood up. It is in this city that I was born biologically, and it is in this city of Bangalore I was born again when I joined the world of sports, because the headquarters of the Paralympic Committee is in Bangalore. And having led the same committee and being able to help so many rise above their disabilities, find their potential and focus on the abilities, sports became a medium of change for mindsets, for making parasports mainstream, to demand some policies, and also bring tremendous medals for the countries, not just through my hard work, but also through the hard work of many other persons with disabilities who now individually are role models for the country. This line that my father said, that you are the chosen one, today with so much humility and humbleness, I received this award on the 99th birthday celebration of Shri Sathya Sai Baba. So and today receiving this award, I know that when my father spoke those lines in the year of 99, today on the 99th birthday of Sai Baba, I know those were not just his words, that was divine intervention and blessings of Shri Sathya Sai Baba that came in my life. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Now may we request all the awardees to come on stage for a group photograph. A big round of applause. We convey our congratulations and best wishes to each of the awardees for their tireless and selfless efforts. And we pray that you may be able to continue doing what you do, spread more love and light to touch and transform many more. Thank you very much. Once again, we would like to take this opportunity to thank our patrons, Aditya Birla Group, Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC Limited, and Aditya Birla Capital, whose steadfast support for these awards and commitment to service resonate deeply. Our gratitude to Mrs. Rajshri Birla and Dr. Neerja Birla, whose presence we miss dearly this morning. On their behalf, may we now request our chief guest, Shri A. Balasubramanian, to address us this morning. a visionary leader who has redefined excellence in the mutual funds industry. Shri Balasubramanian has been associated with the Aditya Birla Group for over 3 decades now. He has been a recipient of numerous awards for his outstanding leadership. He also served as a chairman of the Association of Mutual Funds in India, AMFI. Beyond his professional achievements, he is a champion for societal upliftment, proving that success and service go hand in hand. Mr. Balasubramanian.
Sairam to all of you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It feels wonderful to be here today with all of you on the 99th birthday of Sathya Sai Baba. I would like to offer my respects and express my heartfelt gratitude to Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai and Sri Sathya Sai University of Human Excellence for inviting me for this conference. It is more than an honor to have the opportunity to be the chief guest of this event in the absence of both my super bosses, Mrs. Rashri Birla and Neerja Birla, one that I had always had the privilege to be part of since the inception of this award function. Today is the 99th birth anniversary of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. He embodied the values of seva, of selfless service and dedication towards all of humanity. We remember him with profound respect and love, and he will always be our guiding light, illuminating our path. With the legacy and guidance of Bhagavan, Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai is tirelessly continuing excellent humanitarian work in the fields of nutrition, education, healthcare. And Sadhguru, your global mission of service and spirituality has been transformative and making a difference to the lives of people across continents. Your vision and sense of purpose have inspired many to be part of this noble mission and be a change agent of this world. In fact, in the corporate world, we always think about building scale and size in every business in which we operate. Swami, in fact, has built a huge scale in the last 10 years, taking each activities across different parts of the world. I must say, there are many important management lessons in the manner Swami has driven his vision with the sole purpose and objective of adding value to people's life. I had the privilege to see in the first hand and remain inspired by his mission and vision and dedication towards the people from all walks of life. I am also extremely thankful to Aditya Birla Group for their continued patronage and association with Sathya Sai Trust through their CSR activities. The coming together of the two entities is closely rooted in the Aditya Birla Group purpose of being a force for good. For decades, the Aditya Birla Group has actively engaged in making a life-changing difference to underprivileged communities in the country. I have had the privilege of being part of the Aditya Birla Group for the last 3 decades and have witnessed the dedication to serving and giving back to society in large scale. With the group vision to be a force for good, it works with 9,000 villages, reaching out to 11 million people through its programs. In the past, the similar event has been graced by prominent members of the Birla family, such as Mrs. Rashri Birla, who spearheads the Aditya Birla Center for Community Initiatives and Rural Development, the group apex body responsible for development projects. We also had the august presence of Mrs. Neerja Birla, the founder and chairperson of Aditya Birla Education Trust and Empower. And guided by our group vision, its financial arm, which I belong to, Aditya Birla Capital, has also been instrumental in driving focused initiatives towards the betterment of people. At Aditya Birla Capital Foundation, a CSR arm of Aditya Birla Capital Group companies, we believe in the power of collaboration and leveraging resources, expertise, and networks for a meaningful difference in the lives of underprivileged. We are grateful to our mentor, Srimati Rashri Birla ji, for her visionary leadership and guidance and being the torchbearer for all our CSR initiatives across healthcare, education, and sustainable livelihood centered mainly around women and children. We also as a fund house, focus on development of aspirational districts. As you know, these districts most underdeveloped districts in the country. At the same time, at a business level, we always have endeavored to take the message of financial inclusion across the country through our investor education initiatives. With these initiatives, we have covered the length and breadth of the country to help more and more citizens understand the importance of financial decisions and be empowered with the right information and knowledge, and also create financial well-being in the country. In fact, Sadhguru often says, chasing money is not an issue as long as you have the heart to give back to the society. That's why we try and help people actually to build wealth, so that more and more people can participate in the good work. On this special day, the Sathya Sai Awards are doing something incredible. The theme for this year awards, the legends. It commemorates those whose unwavering commitment, dedication, and passion, and keep them committed towards the purpose of transforming lives and whatever odds they face through. This makes them true legends. We have a role model right here on stage in our beloved Swami himself. Legends are not made overnight, because remaining dedicated for a purpose selflessly and every waking hour, and continuing to be driven by a passion for making someone else's life better, is a virtue not everyone has. It is but obvious that these individuals need to be celebrated for their work, and not just today but every day. I am happy to be part of this session amongst all of the celebrities and celebrating their success. So I take the opportunity to congratulate all the winners who inspires others to not to give up and achieve great things. I salute your spirit and commitment, and believe it is through people like you we can make the world a better place for everyone. And thank you, Sai Ram.
The legacy of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba is being shouldered and carried forward by Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. He is spearheading mammoth service projects in the field of education, nutrition, and healthcare in an effort to serve the underserved and reach the unreached. We will now have a short video on the Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission. May we please have the video.
One world, one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. An ancient ethos that ensures happy and harmonious living for all is the mission statement of the young humanitarian and visionary Sri Madhusudan Sai, who walks the footsteps of his master, Sri Sathya Sai Baba, the 21st century spiritual master and philanthropist. Christened as the Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission, several institutions of public service in the fields of nutrition, education, and healthcare have been established in the last 12 years across 60 countries. All the services are provided completely free of charge to all, thus bringing about a silent revolution of transformation through compassion in the lives of millions of individuals globally. The Annapurna Morning Nutrition Program provides healthy morning nutrition through the Sai Sure multi-nutrient supplement to over 10 million government school-going children across 25 states and 4 union territories in India, as well as a few countries overseas. What started in the year 2015 by serving breakfast to 50 children has today grown to be India's largest morning nutrition program. This mission has established one of its kind, completely free of charge chain of residential schools, Sri Sathya Sai Lokaseva Gurukulam, along with a private university, Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, which also offers free medical education under its School of Health Sciences. Over 3,600 students are currently studying at 28 campuses in India and a school in Nigeria, starting from grade 6 to doctoral studies. Additionally, over 7,800 scholarships have been given to rural children to encourage primary school enrollment. Sri Madhusudan Sai's vision for bridging the rural and urban gap in healthcare delivery by making medical education accessible for rural students became a reality in March 2023 when the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, inaugurated the Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. This is the world's first completely free of charge medical college that offers not only medical education but also boarding and lodging and all other facilities for no charge whatsoever. More than 75% of the students come from rural backgrounds, and 40% of the students are girls. Every year, over 70% of the students who graduate from the university are first-generation graduates, most of whom come from families below the poverty line. The purpose of education at these institutions is to empower children and youths, especially in the rural areas, with an opportunity to learn and grow on the foundation of spiritual values, so that they may contribute back to the society in a constructive and selfless manner. People Shores, an impact sourcing organization in USA, offers livelihood programs that upskill youths from rural and marginalized communities and helps them earn a dignified livelihood. Currently, there are 6 People Shores centers in USA. On the healthcare side, the mission has established the world's largest chain of pediatric cardiac hospitals without billing counters in India, Fiji, and Sri Lanka. Known as the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Centers for Child Heart Care, over 33,000 life-saving procedures have been done at these hospitals ever since 2012. Specialized healthcare services for mother and children through the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Mother and Child Hospitals, Sai Swasthya Primary Care Wellness Centers, Sri Sathya Sai Arogya Vahini Mobile Hospital, 2 multi-specialty hospitals in India, 2 hospitals in Nigeria, and 1 medical center in the US offers its services completely free of charge to all. So far, these initiatives have provided outpatient consultations to over 2.2 million patients. 11 centers for human development have been set up across 10 countries for conducting various service initiatives and spiritual activities. When an individual prospers, the society prospers. When the society prospers, the nation prospers. And when the nation prospers, the whole world prospers. After all, we are all one connected whole.
On behalf of all of us this morning, may we kindly request Sadhguru for his words of benediction on this occasion.
अयम निजः परो वेत्ति गणना लघुचेतसाम उदारचरिता नाम तु वसुधैव कुटुंबकम. Thanks to Mr. Muhammad for giving that verse from our Upanishad this morning, which sums up the reason for all that we do. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one family. And this is the reason we must look after each other in whatever way we can. Bhagwan's 99th birthday celebrations today is a special moment when we are celebrating this idea of one world, one family, with so many of our legends who are truly walking and talking reflections of Bhagwan. The kind of work that they have done in their respective fields is truly inspirational. And we had many touching moments as we heard them speak about their lives' experiences. Thank you so much for all the work that you do and the inspiration that you have created today in all our hearts. From someone who is striving to preserve the Indian knowledge systems, like Hari, to somebody who is there in the remotest rural areas, working on neonatal care, which is one of the most difficult specialties and the need of the hour, especially in a country where so many newborns are coming into existence every single day. Thank you to the Bang couple for doing what you are doing, that too in such a remote area. And thank you for inspiring the Asha program for the country. We wish Mrs. Rani a speedy recovery and a good health so that she could visit us sometime in the near future. To somebody who moved by the compassion for the creatures, animals, the voiceless inhabitants of this earth, who cannot fight for their rights, there is somebody like Jadavji who makes their lives better by creating forests in dry, arid or abandoned lands and creates a whole new ecosystem giving dignity and equality even to those four-legged, two-legged, and the winged companions of our society. Wonderful work to preserve, and the message too. Just prakriti se pyar karo, sab theek ho jayega, he said. Simple, love nature and everything will be okay. You don't have to teach any more environmental sciences to anybody. Just love everything, love all creatures, all nature. They're also part of our family. Beautiful message. Muhammad ji, his words straight went into our hearts when he stood up and for centuries of, I do not know what word to use, but whatever happened for centuries, he stood up and said, this is my prayashchitta. This is my penance. This is my offering of. What more can I say? Somebody like him stands up and says on a stage like this, on behalf of everything, all the wrongdoing that have happened knowingly, unknowingly, intentionally, unintentionally, he says, I'm here to make it up for all that. And I wish that we all can live in harmony as a united country, as a united world. What a wonderful message, Muhammad ji. Thank you so much for that message today. We all need to hear that again and again. As you would see, even in the medal that has been given to you, there are representations of all the religions, major religions of our country and the world, which is again to say that we believe in the harmony of all religions. We believe in the coexistence of all faiths. And that is the Indian idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, where there is space, there is place for everyone. Nobody is to be left behind, nobody is to be forsaken. So that work of his to preserve archaeological sites and also his contribution to the recent Ayodhya issue has truly been a transformational effort, and we truly appreciate all that he's been doing. We wish you many, many more years of good work. On my right side here, Mrs. Menon, 62 years of tryst with paints and brushes and taking Indian art, giving it a global canvas. That's your contribution, even as you inspire generations of young artists to pursue their dream, pursue their passion. And even at this ripe age, you say that you paint every day. That's truly inspirational. I hope all of us can do what we love to do every single day. And she calls it Karma Yoga. How simple. Do it for the joy of it. Don't worry about the outcomes. And then she also contributes largely to the welfare of young artists, to promote and encourage them. Because gone are the days when we had patrons of art, where the kings or the wealthy ones or institutions like Nalanda patronized artists and all kinds of art forms. I was talking to some time back to some of the artists, and they were telling the government of India does not even have a pension scheme for the artists who have spent all their lives contributing to preserving and promoting Indian art and culture. I hope that somebody is listening to this and something would be done about it. But till then, I think it's the collective responsibility of the society to look after our artists, because they bring color to our lives, they bring music to our ears, they bring so much of beauty to our societies. I truly wish you many more years of painting, ma'am, and do come and lecture at our university, in the Department of Bachelors of Performing Arts and Fine Arts. We look forward to that. You'll have to make many more trips from Delhi. Last but not the least, I have no words to say what kind of human spirit Dr. Deepa Malik embodies. For she never gave up. The true sportsman's spirit is to never give up. This undying human spirit is capable of achieving anything against all odds. And her words today, that there was one year, 99, when she was told that you are chosen to do something great. This is a blessing in disguise. And she took it to heart, she worked hard, and today on the 99th birthday of Bhagwan, she says, it's purely a divine blessing that I learned my lesson on that day and I pursued that path, which is now so inspirational for all of us. And we are all so much more blessed and endowed with all kinds of strengths and skills. And yet sometimes we find ourselves not happy with ourselves. And in these times when we are finding it difficult to be happy, even when we have everything with us, you come here as a ray of hope, as a true light of inspiration, as Deepa, to tell us to count our blessings and count them again. Thank you so much for your inspiration. It's not easy for any of these people to do what they're doing. And they are legends. This year's theme was the legends, because we thought we should celebrate those who have spent the entire life doing what they're doing. We had many other themes like Nari Shakti, we had themes like young below 40 years and things like that, but today's theme which of people who have spent the whole life doing what they're doing. H.W. Longfellow says, lives of great men all remind us. They are reminders to us. We can make our lives sublime, and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. So these are the footprints that they're leaving behind for us to follow. And that is the inspiration, that is the best gift that they have given to us today on Bhagwan's birthday. Your life is the gift, your inspiration is the gift that we all have received today in abundance. I bow down to each one of you and so many more out there who are working every day to inspire many more people with their life and legacy, just as Bhagwan did. His life and legacy of spirituality and service inspires us every single day. And so it is the most appropriate thing to do to celebrate many more of his kind on this special day, and that is what we are doing. Thanks to Aditya Birla Group, especially Balasubramaniam, who has taken the efforts, made efforts to make sure that this program goes on year after year. And we had earlier, as I said, Dr. Rajshri Birla and Dr. Nirja Birla, who were here to celebrate this event in other years, but today he is here as a representative. His noble wife is also here. So thanks to both of them for continuing this legacy. We truly appreciate your patronage and sponsorship. Deloitte, let me tell the audience that this is a very rigorous selection process. We have a very noble and very accomplished set of jury. Deloitte does its own research, picks up names in the respective fields, sends it to the jury. They do the assessment of the eligibility, and out of 6 or 7 in every category, there is one that is chosen for this. So Deloitte has done a wonderful job, and I totally agree with their selection, and I'm sure so also Balasubramanian agrees, because after listening to each one of them, we were so moved, and we are truly, I find difficult to find words to say, but we are truly motivated and inspired by all your lives. May you continue to do good. As Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yad yad acharati shreshtaha tattad eve jaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokas tadanu vartate. As the noble ones set examples for the rest of the society, the ordinary ones follow them. What we need in today's society is a good example, an inspiration, and that is what you stand for. So thank you very much. Thanks to Jayachandra ji, who was instrumental in founding this university, and his contribution in creating this private university in Karnataka has led to so much good that so many students are sitting here who are graduates and postgraduates today. They have joined our institutions back as teachers, administrators, and today we have a medical school too under our university. Thanks to all your selfless effort. And I always say the right and the left hand, Dr. Srinivas, who handles the entire healthcare mission, as you have seen in the video, and they go on working day and night without any eye on rewards or recognition. They quietly, silently work every day. On the healthcare side, Dr. Srinivas and Narsimurthy ji on the education side, and so many more. The Annapurna team is also here. So I thank every one of them. I thank the entire team of our media and publications, Sanathana Vani, who have worked behind the scenes to organize this event, and of course to all our faculty, staff, students, devotees, and the wonderful band that played the national anthem, and they'll play it again, and everybody else who is a part of this wonderful initiative. We can't thank Bhagwan enough for giving us this opportunity to do all this and to meet such noble people. in our life's journey, and they leave behind an indelible impression in our hearts and encourage us to continue to do more. Many times I had this argument with Bhagwan. I used to tell, you are Bhagwan, you are God, you are an avatar, so you can do all these things. Don't demand all this from us, because you are capable, you have everything at your disposal, you have all the powers. That's how, as a student, I would argue. And he would say, no, what I do, anybody can do. I don't use any divine powers. I only use love, he said. The love is all that I have. That is my power. And anybody who has love is capable of achieving what I have done. And he told me personally and many other students in groups that just develop that pure divine love in your heart for everyone, and God's power will be with you. You will be able to achieve anything that you want. And these last 12 years of our journey in creating institutions of excellence in various fields of nutrition, education, healthcare, at the scale that and the speed at which it has happened, as even Dr. Balasubramaniam is saying, that this is truly better than a corporate way of doing things, so professional yet so charitable. This is possible only because of pure divine love. And if one thing that we can take away as a message from this day, this special day, is to develop that pure, selfless, unconditional love for all. And that is the power of God that is within us. And we have to harness it by practicing that love. So let us all pledge to practice this love as the best gift that we can give to Bhagwan on his 99th birthday. And as we look forward to celebrating the 100th birth anniversary next year, we have a 100-day long program. And I look forward to celebrating that with many more such inspirational figures who come from around the world. And every day we'll get to listen to somebody like this and inspire ourselves to continue this work that we do in the field of service and spirituality. Thank you once again to everybody. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahi mahisha go brahmanebhya shubhavastu nityam samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. May all be happy. With these prayers I conclude.
As we conclude this memorable 8th edition of the Sri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who joined us in celebrating these inspiring individuals today. Your presence and support amplify the spirit of service and the drive to make a difference in our society. We would once again like to extend our immense gratitude to Aditya Birla Group, Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC Limited, and Aditya Birla Capital for their continued patronage, all the members of the jury for their insights and expertise, the awardees for accepting the award and being here with us today, and finally our gratitude to Sadhguru for being our guiding light. We will conclude this morning's proceedings with the national anthem, which will be rendered by our students of the Sri Sathya Sai Lokaseva Gurukulam and the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. We request everyone to rise for the national anthem.